Happy Friday, or UB family, friends from near and far. Thank you so much for joining us. It's another beautiful Friday, and we're here coming to you live from the heart of our UB Central Farm campus, where we're surrounded by truly a beautiful view of greenery and a beautiful view of my dear colleague. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning. My name is Faye Garnett. I'm a lecturer here at the University of Belize. It's great to have this opportunity to share with you a little bit about what we've been doing and how important this work is for our students here at the university.
Now, Faye, I know that, I'm not to dig too much into your past, but I know that Faye comes actually from the School of Agriculture. So this is living proof that there are so many success stories out there when it comes to our students and coming full cycle. How has that been, coming back to where you first started?
It's been very, very exciting, Miss Ema. It really is, a full circle because, I came here not even knowing if this would be the place I would remain. But this is where everything started for me. And, it's great to be back with students, looking at them as if I'm seeing my own self and just trying to be there for them, providing that guidance, that knowledge and sharing experience with them in an academic way, but also in a way that is, very social, that they're always reminded on why this work is so important from a national level.
For sure. Now, I know that you have a wealth of experience that you brought with you back home. Talk to us a little bit about where you are in terms of your courses. Is there a particular course perhaps that you would like to shed some light on?
Okay, the courses that I'm giving at the moment is crop production.
Okay.
There's crop production 1, which is a little more introductory to what happens in the field. And then there's crop production 2, where it's a little bit more specific, where we discuss industry and we go a little bit more in depth on what these commodities are and how to produce and what are the dynamics that surround them. I also give a course on agroforestry, which is a very, very important area to work in Belize right now. There are some very big initiatives that look at greening Belize. So these students, they are realizing now that it's not just agriculture anymore, but looking at the resources that we have around us and seeing how best you can integrate that into your farming systems to make them more sustainable over time, right? So it's not just production anymore, but how does the things that I do today affect those generations that come afterwards from a social standpoint, from an economic standpoint? So it's been exciting because when I came years ago, it was a lot about, hey, let's learn how to produce. A lot of discipline. I'm forever grateful for that experience. But as life is, you learn and you can add in and kind of put that twist to things now. So it's been a great opportunity.
Talk to me quickly about the experiences and the attitude of your students today. I mean, I'm thinking crop production, you guys are out in the field. What's the vibe like? I mean, I always think about these are our future farmers or future experts in the field of, the agri-sector. I mean, what is that like?
It's been very interesting to see. This generation comes now with a lot of technology, for example. So it's not like in my days where you would engage us with, a basic ruler and a pen and your measuring tape. I mean, now they have the opportunity to bring in GPS, to work with a drone, to be able to
cool thing.
Put in all these different exciting ways in which you can learn and innovate. So it's been interesting to see that.
Awesome. My final question, any words of advice for a potential student who might be thinking of, this is something I might be interested in, particularly the females. What's the ratio right now, male to female in this area?
I'd say we're getting there, between 30 or 40% maybe. And interestingly, these are young women that join us from families that do have farming background. So these are not necessarily those prim and proper girls who are afraid of going around the animals or going in the field. They come already knowing what they need to do. They show a lot of potential, so that's a good thing. So I'm very, very motivated by that. But it's been great just seeing them participate and seeing them come with a new energy and that interest of being part of having our national food security, which is so important right now. So I'd encourage anyone, be it male or female. I mean, this is not, agriculture is not just production. Agriculture is survival. It's how you are able to sustain yourself, those around you. It has its level of therapy in a world that is filled with chaos and distractions.
Say that again.
This is one of those careers that could actually give you a certain peace of mind and at the same time allow you to live a very fulfilling life.
Excellent. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Miss
Faith.
Ema.
Always a pleasure to have you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. And up next we have Dr. Aldana, I believe. Come on right over, Doc. Again, today's show is all about the UB Central Farm campus, and we are incredibly proud of our faculty, especially those who continue to build in our pool of expertise and research. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Doc.
My name is Gerardo Aldana. I teach here at Department of Agriculture at the University of Belize.
So you are, in fact, a part of the research academic staff and research series where you've been involved in research, relevant research. Talk to us a little bit about what your most recent research involves.
Well, my research at the moment is both natural science and social science. So we do a bit of, about soil testing and see how plants grow with different soil amendments. But we also do a bit of social science. This part is quite interesting to me in the sense that we go to the farmers, we talk to the farmers and see exactly what's happening on the ground with regards to climate smart agriculture.
Awesome. So give me just in a nutshell, because we're going to actually show your presentation a little bit later, but talk to me a little bit about the relevancy of this particular area of research.
So with climate smart agriculture, with agriculture in general, there's a paradox. Agriculture can contribute to climate change. Agriculture can also remediate, reduce climate change, reduce greenhouse gases. So with climate smart agriculture specifically, we go to the farmers and we see if they're actually using it, if they actually know about any new practices, and we see where the gaps are and how we can fill in those gaps so that Belize as a whole can move forward with combating climate change.
Any new research on the horizon?
Any new research?
Anything you are particularly interested in, perhaps?
Well, three main social science topics. These include how women are affected in the implementation of climate smart agriculture. Do they have access to funds? We're also looking at how Belize as a whole, the culture of Belize, how do they accept these new practices? Is it like a step backward, or do they need to put more efforts into implementing climate smart agriculture? And also the networking. How do these policymakers, NGOs, extension officers, how do they relay the information down to the smallholder farmers? Because we know the smallholder farmers are the heart of Belize's agricultural sector.
Right. Awesome. Pretty interesting stuff there. And again, it really sets the University of Belize at the center of the agri-sector area. So all the best to that. Any final words? I know you're also going to be presenting alongside a student, I believe.
Yes, one of my students is presenting one of the research topics we're working on. And just a message for the youths in Belize, agriculture is a very important sector. It contributes to like 8% of Belize's economy. So I encourage you guys to study agriculture or along the lines of environmental science. I think you have a very bright future if you go into these fields. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doc, for joining us. All the best in your research presentation today.
Thank you.
We definitely will have to make another stop on the Central Farm campus so that we can showcase really and truly what takes place on a day-to-day basis. Thank you, guys. We're going to be right back after these few commercial messages.
Belize, get ready for a night of rhythm, culture, and celebration. The University of Belize presents the President's Endowment Fund Concert featuring the Garifuna Collective and Nuani Martinez and the Bogany Boys. Join us on Saturday, November 8th at the UB Gymnasium in Belmopan. Gates open at 8 p.m. sharp. Come early and catch every beat. Tickets are available now at the President's office at the UB Belmopan campus. General admission $75, VIP $150. So don't miss the President's Endowment Fund Concert, where UB Pride meets Belizean rhythm.
Welcome back, UB family. Thanks again for joining us. It's a beautiful Friday. We are here, that's right, sitting on the lawn. But today we are coming to you live from our UB Central Farm campus. We've had great conversations just a while ago with faculty here who are very much involved in research and really driving the agricultural program that we have here at the University of Belize. And of course, we are joined by a very familiar face, if I might add. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, good morning to our viewers. First of all, my name is Duharty. I am a second-year student on the Associate's Degree program, which is Climate Smart Agriculture. And yeah, basically, that's
Now,
an overall.
Duharty, I know you work a lot with our marketing team on this side of the campus, and so you are very much a part of campus life. Tell us a little bit about what that experience has been so far.
Well, as it pertains to campus life, for me, it has been one of the greatest experience. I honestly have no regrets when it came to choosing this program, because for me, campus life, it exposes you to different sectors of agriculture. It also shows you that there are different people from all across the country, and they all come and meet here. And we all have one specific goal, which is either to better improve our farms, or we want to make a greater impact to our country. And that is what I find great about campus life. You get to interact, you get exposure, you get to network with other people. And also not that too, but you get to experience a whole college life, because you can stay on campus as well.
Yeah.
And for one,
Do you stay on campus?
Yeah, I do stay on campus.
So there's a dorm.
Yeah,
How's
there are
the dorm?
dorms. The
Tell us
dorms.
the truth. How is the dorm situation?
Well, the dorm is like, I would say a 7. Like,
Okay.
like the facilities are decent, but for the price too, like it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's livable. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but we can survive. Yeah.
What else is going on that you found yourself interested in?
Well, first of all, there are clubs that are starting. Hopefully, we'll get them in. The first one that is on its way is Bee Club, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That would be interesting. And the other one is the Environmental Club. We want to start a branch here. So, yeah.
Interesting stuff. Final question. Where
Yeah.
do you see yourself? You're a second year student, so you have 2 more years to go in the program. Where do you see yourself 3 years from now?
Let's see. For 3 years, I wouldn't put myself specifically in one spot. For one, when I finish my associates, I want to start work on my farm, because I want to take that knowledge and apply it there. And then maybe in the future, when I become like a proper technician, I would take that knowledge, be it from the school or be it from my farm, and I want to help others, because my ultimate goal is that we as farmers are often undervalued, and that is something that it does not sit with me, because at the end of the day, we live to what's it?
serve,
There's a quote
produce.
there's a quote that, and one of my teachers told me before, and is, we eat to live, not live to eat. And at the end of the
Love
day,
that.
the farmers, we produce the food that we eat. So by that logic, I always want to look for ways that help farmers produce the most and make the most money, because it's really tight. People think we do make a lot of money. I've seen it firsthand, and we barely get by. So that is one of the ultimate goals that I want to have for me in, let's say 3 years. So I want to start off that goal.
I love that. I love that. I love your humility. I love your sense of understanding the context and the time that we're living in.
Yeah.
You're right. Oftentimes we go to the marketplace and we're quick to throw our hands up
Yeah.
because why is this so expensive? But we really do not
not
understand the work that it takes to plant, the investment, and I think there is absolutely no price tag on your efforts that you put in
Yeah.
to feed this nation. So I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I want to encourage you to continue to stay on the right path. I can see a very bright future ahead of you. We appreciate all that you do here in terms of helping our little marketing
Yeah.
program here on campus to thrive. And I look forward to hearing bigger and better news from you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, and next up we have one of our lecturers. Come on right over. Good morning, Mr. Juan.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about who Mr. Juan is, what are the courses or the project that you are involved in right now. Just speak right up to the mic.
Sure. Good morning. I'm Daniel Juan. I am the livestock lecturer at this campus at Central Farm. Some of the courses that I teach include livestock production. That's from principles all the way to livestock 1 and 2, which include small stock such as sheep, pigs, and goats. And then livestock 2, we do larger animals, so beef and dairy cattle. And then I also do livestock nutrition, which is one of my favorites. I teach biology to the first years as well. And on occasion, I teach animal health and food safety to the bachelor group.
Awesome. Now talk to me about the projects that you are very much a part of right now.
So one of the big projects we are working on is called a silvopastoral system, which in essence is the inclusion of as many species and as high density as possible of shrubs and trees into existing pastures. So conventionally, pastures in Belize are prepared by clear cutting. The forest is removed, one single monoculture grass species is established. So we're trying to work away from that, not towards that, by, like I said, including shrub species that are a legume source for the animals, so in other words, a protein source for the animals, and as many trees as possible. Those trees could have any function. They could be purely ornamental, they could be posts, they could be firewood, they could be forage for the animals' fodder. They could be a biological corridor, they could be nitrogen fixers, they could be fruit trees, timber trees, so it doesn't really matter. The point is we want to incorporate as many functional trees as possible in a designed way that will allow the farmers to get multiple sources of income from the same one enterprise. That's in essence what a silvopastoral system is. So UB partnered with the Nature Conservancy, and through the Nature Conservancy we have managed to get 2 grants to date. The first, they were quite pleased with our results. With the grant that we got in phase 1, we were able to build our corral, buy some cattle, because our herd was tiny at the time. We've managed to put in fences, incorporate lucina, which is the base plant we are using for protein sources for our animals. We've been able to also write a manual, an implementation manual, which is now available for anyone who's interested, in addition to being able to provide a series of workshops to farmers, Ministry of Agriculture technicians, BLPA, other stakeholders, and of course our own students.
So we're definitely playing our role in terms of advancing the agri-sector in Belize, and that's impressive to hear. Are you thinking about any future projects, or can you identify perhaps an area that you think is worthy to explore?
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things that we are, by we I mean the country, is desperate to improve on is nutrition, livestock nutrition across the board, and particularly when it comes to cattle.
Right.
So our cattle in Belize are productive. We have good genetics, and yes, if I am asked, can we improve our genetics? Absolutely, that can always be improved. But I think what is more pressing is improvement on the nutritional aspect of our farms, particularly in the context of extensive beef cattle production. By extensive, I mean they're out in large pastures, little rotation, often during a drought, inadequate pasture availability and stuff like that. So if we can improve the nutrition of our livestock, all species, but particularly beef cattle species, beef cattle enterprises, then we will be able to, you know, significantly improve the number of animals that we have. And what we are aiming to actually prove with the silvopastoral system is that you can do two things simultaneously. Increase the number of animals that you have on your farm while reducing the acreage being used for animal grazing. That's what we're aiming for.
That's great information. If there might be people out there who might be listening and might be interested in accessing these information, what have you, where do they go to get this information? Can they directly reach out to you?
Absolutely. There are a couple of sources. So we are not the only ones with this information. This information has been shared with a number of extension officers from the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and Enterprise, in addition to the Belize Livestock Producers Association. So this information has already been disseminated. Anyone who wants to find out more can visit any one of those three organizations I just mentioned, or come and see us in person. You know, just preferably make an appointment.
Is there a number they can call, or an email address? Maybe you can share your email address.
Yes, absolutely. So you can email me at djuan@ub.edu.bz. And we have, like I said, we have the implementation manual for anyone that is available for anyone.
Free of
it's
cost.
free of cost. Yes. We at this point we no longer have print versions. We only have the soft version, but we can definitely email that to whoever is interested.
More accessible.
Absolutely.
Any final words?
You know, livestock is on the increase in Belize. More and more animal proteins, meats are being consumed in Belize. I think that is going to continue. I don't see that declining anytime soon, particularly with the continued Guatemalan ability to purchase our meats, and now with the Mexicans somewhat more recently. The beef industry in Belize is going to continue growing. So what we need to do is, as urgently as possible, find mechanisms, find ways to reach out to even more farmers and say, ladies and gentlemen, this is great that you're making more money. That is fantastic. I'm all for that. But at the same time, we need to find ways to slow down, or if possible, completely stop deforestation and incorporate more trees, more legumes into your existing pastures, and you will see the benefits. You will be able to have more animals on even less land.
Solid word of advice. Thank you so much, Mr. Juan, for joining us.
You're most
We're
welcome.
definitely going to make another trip. 30 minutes is just not enough. It runs up so quickly, and there's so much more I'd like to explore and to visit and to take a walk around campus and just see what really is going on. But all the best. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Let's take this here from you. And our final visitor, presenter, student, have a seat, please. Morning. Spin that right on you. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, good morning. My name is Hector Gomez. I am currently completing my bachelor's degree in applied agriculture. Currently, I'm doing a senior project where I am studying, where I'm evaluating the effects of biochar and vermicompost to find a
Okay,
different...
before you go any further, for the regular Joe or Jane out there who don't know what is what?
Biochar.
Biochar. First of all, what's biochar?
Biochar is a product that that comes from organic material that can be either dry leaves, it can be soft food, it can be rice hulk, any organic material that can be transformed from a raw material into a product that is called biochar, which goes through the process of pyrolysis, which is a high temperature but without the use of oxygen. So it creates this product named biochar. So
Okay.
this product is very essential in carbon sequestration. So for that reason, we have been we are studying the effects of biochar in sustaining soil quality, retaining water, and also sequestrating carbon in the soil. So it's really
There's a
interesting.
lot of science we're talking about there.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. It's not my thing, but if you can break it down, what are some uses of the biochar?
Okay, biochar, it's a product that can be used in the soil, mainly in soils that are very compacted. It helps soil in water capacity retention, and it also helps in building structure. Because for plants to have an ideal environment or a good ground for it to grow, there has to be a lot of oxygen.
Okay.
So we have to have those air pockets inside the soil.
Okay.
And with the help of the biochar, we help the soil create that aeration inside the soil. So it helps a better penetration of the root system, and it gives it enhances the plant growth. So it's also biochar is it's also used as carbon sequestration. It has been reported that biochar is able to sequester a carbon that is in the soil, and it also can also extract, or it can sequester other poison or like chemicals that are being applied in the soil. So it helps in building back the soil that has been used with conventional farming.
So essentially, if we have a better soil based, the plants that we grow are going to flourish, are going to yield better crops,
That's
better
right.
fruits.
That's right.
So this is a very important research that you're doing. What have you found? Have you found anything new where you're at right now in this research process?
For this research project, we are evaluating biochar, and we are also evaluating vermicompost.
Okay.
Vermicompost is a product that is that goes through the process of the decomposition of cow manure, or it can be other animal manure that goes through the process of decomposition. And the end product is called as a vermicompost, which enhances plant growth, and it also can work along with the biochar to promote more sustainable agricultural practices instead of using synthetic fertilizers.
So we're using the dung from our animals to
convert
and
it into
convert
something
into
that we can produce food.
That is awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. What's the experience been like for you right now?
It has been very exciting. It's something that I'm really into. Crop production is my thing. So I am always eager to find ways to grow plants organic.
Right.
So for this reason, we decided that we want to evaluate more, we want to study more how biochar and vermicompost behave
Love
in
that.
promoting plant growth.
I take it you have a farm of your own?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we're going to be waiting for an invitation so we can visit your farm and see all that you have learned, you are learning, put into practice on your farm. Any final words? Maybe you can give a word or two of encouragement to a potential student who might be thinking, hey, that's cool stuff. I might want to major in, what is it? Agro-science? What's your major?
Applied agriculture.
Applied agriculture.
Where we do a lot of organic, and we do a sustainable agriculture. So it's getting rid of those pesticides, getting rid of synthetic inputs, and using what we have in the farm, right, to convert it into something where we can produce food
Right.
for our own benefit, and also making a profit out of it. So I would like to encourage more students to get involved in this sustainable agriculture, climate smart agriculture practices. It is really interesting to learn how we can produce food with organic material without having contamination in our soil and in the environment as well. So I would like to encourage more students to get involved in the agriculture, because Belize is a developing country, and there's a high demand of food that each year is growing. We need to find sustainable ways how to supply the demands. So
agree.
for that reason, I encourage students to get involved in agriculture, sustainable agriculture.
Listen, you're encouraging me to try and get a piece of plot of land and start to do something. I'm
Yeah.
always fascinated by it. And even now, thinking about all this science, with the use of technology, of course, that really can help our country grow, as you said, in a more sustainable, in a more healthy, organic way. Thank you so much. I know you're going to be presenting shortly.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can't wait to sit and listen to the entire presentation. All the best with your research
Thank you very much.
project. And that's it for our show for today, guys. Fridays on the Land. We coming to you live from the beautiful UB Central Farm campus, where we were able to talk with the movers and shakers and soon to be people who are going to make a difference in the future of the agri-sector society here in Belize. With that, we will see you next week, Friday, where we have a very special show. We're gonna try and get some promos out so that you can really get ready and enjoy what we have in store. As always, if you've not followed us, please do so on our social media platforms. We're on Facebook. Did you follow us?
Yes, ma'am.
You better be. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Have a great weekend, guys. Until next week, take care.